my Facebook page by Miss Callie about if it's ever a good time or acceptable to part ways with a customer, aka fire them. And the answer to that is, in short, absolutely yes. And in long, let me talk to you just real briefly about what you need to be evaluating to determine, is it truly okay to part ways? So the biggest thing, and this is usually for a service-based interaction with a client, you are offering a service to them, they are your client receiving the service, and it's usually an ongoing relationship, and then you decide, oh, it's just not working out anymore. We all have those headache clients that we deal with, and so how do you make the headache stop? How do you let them go without ruining your reputation? And the biggest key indicator that you need to look for on is it time to let the customer go is, has their expectations of your services shifted from the original agreement? So many times we allow our customers to keep piling onto us things that they're wanting us to do for them that isn't a part of that original agreement. In other words, the boundaries disappear. So if your boundaries have disappeared, it's probably a good sign and signal that you need to either A, have a conversation and address that the boundaries have been blurred and we need to get back in line, or B, reevaluate the contract and decide if this is the new service offerings that they're wanting, what is the new cost associated with that, what are the new boundaries that need to be put in place with that new service, or C, that you are not able to perform and deliver based on their new expectations of your services, and that would be best if you go your separate ways. It's a tough conversation to have, but transparency and upfront communication is the best way to figure out if it's time for you and your client to part ways. And I have no doubt that they are most likely going to have nothing but respect for you if you can clearly articulate that you just can't deliver beyond their expectations because their original contract says X and they're currently asking for Y, and unless you come to a new agreement, it may be time to go your separate ways. All right, I hope that helps in understanding when it might be time to say bye-bye to a client. And I mean, like, that was a nice bye-bye, right? Like, there was nothing wrong with that. I don't know. Anyway, my name is Stephanie Melish. I'm the double tall, non-fat, no-whip sales barista, and I'm your new best friend in success.